Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video here showing you Android version 4.3 on my Galaxy S4 and show you some of the differences I've noticed between Android 4.3 and Android 4.2 on my Nexus 4. So let's go ahead and check those out. First things first, we'll dive into the settings and show you that it is actually Android version 4.3. So you can see 4.3 right here. If we tap it, you get the Jelly Bean. It says 4.3 and it is still called Jelly Bean. Now, these two things can actually be spoofed, so it is a good idea to check somewhere else. So what we're going to do now is check the core apps. They should be updated to Android version 4.3. So let's check that out. Android Live Wallpaper, you can see, yep, it is tagged with 4.3 at the top here. Android System, again, should be, yeah, it is tagged with version 4.3. We'll check out another core app. We'll check out the calculator. And yeah, again, it is version 4.3. So this does look like it is the real deal. Now, in terms of UI changes, I really haven't noticed any. It feels exactly the same and functions exactly the same as Android 4.2.2 on my Nexus 4. There really isn't much change to talk about. Obviously, it does have the updated camera UI. You can see that here. That was leaked from the Google Edition phones. You can see that. That's cool, but we've got it on the older Android version as well now, so not much to talk about there. If we go into the... What else can I show you that's been different? If we go into the Android System Info app here, what's actually interesting is if we go to features, you can see an entry here that we don't have in Android 4.2. So I'm just going to zoom in here. You can see Android hardware Bluetooth LE. Now, one of the biggest things to come out of Android, the Google I/O, was that we were going to have low energy Bluetooth support in 4.3, and it looks like we've got that now, because if I open up my Nexus 4 to this same page, you can see that that hardware.bluetooth.le is not in the feature list on Android version 4.2. It just isn't there. So it does look like that has been introduced in 4.3, which is a great thing to have, because, you know, it's going to be better for battery life when we're using our Bluetooth and stuff like that. We'll just get out of that, move this away. A few other changes I've noticed. If we go into the developer options on the 4.3, if we go to monitoring, there's a little change here with the profile GPU monitoring. You can see that here. We do actually have that on 4.2.2, which I'm just going to go ahead and open up for you here so you can see. Profile GPU rendering. You can see it is there as well, but it is just a tick option. On Android 4.3, we do have some on-screen options. You've got on-screen bars and lines, and I guess this is going to be really useful for developers checking out their app, seeing how much the app uses the GPU and when it uses the GPU, and maybe that's going to lead to some smoother apps or something like that. So yeah, definitely a little thing for the developers there. One other thing I've noticed is if we dive into the settings, we'll go to Wi-Fi, we'll hit up advanced. You can see here, scanning always available. Let's Google location service. Let's Google's location service and other apps scan for networks even when Wi-Fi is off. If I dive into the settings of my Nexus 4, hit the same advanced, you'll see that it isn't there. So again, that has been introduced in Android 4.3. So as you can see, there really isn't that much of a big change here. There are a few little under the hood things, and it's great that we have the low energy Bluetooth support, but in terms of general UI and stuff like that, it's pretty much identical to Android 4.2.2. So yeah, peace out.